Hey, Honesties. Welcome back to another episode of Honesty the Podcast with your host, Zena, aka Top Tier Z, where I keep it real, I keep it raw, and I keep it risky. And today I have a special return guest in the building. She goes by the Freak Hostess. Hi, Jody. Welcome.
Hey, y'all.
How are you?
I'm good. No complaints.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. Congrats on your new show, Hun Up Matters.
Thank you.
I love the rebrand.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We will get more into that later. I'm going to kick off the show with my Fast Five of Would You Rather questions.
Cool.
Okay, my first one. Would you rather waking up naked 10 miles from home or in your underwear at work?
Naked 10 miles from home
Yeah.
or underwear at work?
Yeah.
Naked 10 miles from home. I'm an exhibitionist, so I don't mind being naked. Titties, ass, people have them.
Then you got to find your way home.
I'll get there. I have a real good sense of direction, so I feel like Chicago trained me for that.
Got you. I suck at directions. So give me the workplace in the underwear.
Yeah,
They've seen me in my bikini before. It's close enough.
Nah.
Okay. Would you rather lose your long-term memory or lose your short-term memory?
If I lose my short-term memory, does that mean I will eventually remember if it becomes long-term?
That is the same way I thought about it.
What? If you lose your short-term memory, do you also do you eventually remember it long-term, or do you not? Now you don't remember shit ever.
You definitely remember it long-term because I had short-term memory, right? And like sometimes like shit just pops up that I remember, and it could have been like 2 weeks ago, but in that 2-week moment, I don't remember it, right? So now it becomes long. So yeah.
Okay. Because that's not how my memory works. So if I had to choose between short term and long term, I think I'd be cool with forgetting the long term shit, maybe.
Got it.
I think so. I feel like I want to remember the short term shit because sometimes I make decisions based on some shit that just happened. And if I can't remember that, then I don't know I'll be able to like make some decisions like in the present.
Got you. No, that makes sense. My brain works the complete opposite way. That's so funny.
I'm glad I be remembering shit, short term and long term. So I wouldn't but if I had to choose between one, that long term shit, like the shit from like 5-10 years ago, it's not as useful as the shit from like a week ago. Like I just learned some like earth shattering like shit about myself within the last month. Like I'm a new person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even the same person I was 5 years ago, so I could forget that shit.
Shit. Now you're right. I'm about to change my answer too, because that makes so much sense. Oh God. Okay. I gotta think about this. Would you rather a guy with a curved penis or a guy? She said, "No, my answer. I don't gotta hear the rest of this question."
I know me.
Tell me why.
For pure curiosity, I want to hear the other one. I'm pretty sure I'm
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I didn't give. My answer didn't change.
Why is that? You were so sure so fast. Why curved?
It's a reason.
I mean, I know why.
It's a reason Megan Thee Stallion got that Captain Hook song because they are hitting spots.
Yeah.
In a way that you just can't hit that shit straight. So I feel like when it's curved, it also make the like when guys gotta like get up in there, you know, they gotta like come from the bottom and get up in there. Now it's like a going up in you. So yeah, you can't really.
Yeah, I gotta come to YouTube to see these hand visuals because
I'm a very visual person.
Me too. They're right on point. You gotta see for yourself. You just gotta come over to the YouTube channel. Okay. Would you rather have anal sex every time you have sex or have a threesome every time you have sex? That's not the question. That's not how it goes. Would you rather have anal sex every day or a threesome every time you have sex?
I like anal. But even though I like anal. Anal not a problem for
But
me.
every day though?
I don't want to do anything every day. So that's the only reason why I'm not going to say that. Because I feel like if I did it every day, I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to talk to the same person every day. Like, sometimes I be in the house by myself and I don't talk because I don't want to talk to me every day. So I don't want to do anything every day type shit. So that is the only reason I'm not choosing anal. So I had to let you guys know that I'm not saying no to anal because I don't like anal. I'm saying no to anal every day.
Got it.
So I can do a threesome every time I have sex though, because I am someone that I have a very high sexual appetite.
Mhm.
So I can typically I could keep up with that. I could do that.
I like it. Okay. Would you rather give up traveling or give up celebrating holidays?
Give up traveling.
Damn. Why?
I hate traveling. I hate the process of traveling. I like going places. I don't like traveling. So if I could go in New York, in Miami, in Vegas, I would love that. I really feel like technology needs to speed up so that I can stop having to get on a plane and pack shit and go through TSA and all the shit about traveling that I don't like.
Yeah.
Like even when I packed so terribly to come here because all I did was throw shit in the bag and I was like, I'll figure that shit out in New York.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, because I hate traveling. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get up early. Oh my God, I gotta do like
anxiety too. Now I feel that same. There's mad anxiety. Like, am I gonna be on time? Am I gonna catch my flight?
It's
Like,
crazy because I don't even be thinking about that. I just don't want to do it. It's not even like, oh, I think I'll miss my flight. I have not missed a flight. I don't miss flights. And it'd be funny because, like, for example, we were like, oh, we're gonna leave early and make it to the airport. We did not make it to the airport early. We were there and we weren't late, but I don't like traveling. I don't like it. I don't like taking off my shoes at TSA. I don't like doing like this in the motherfucking thing. I had on like a sparkly ass bra. It sent off the damn thing. Yeah, the lady at TSA like, do you have like embellishment on your bras? I'm like, damn, like I can't wear bras now. I mean, I'm not mad at that, free to tatas, but I was like, this is a first. I don't like it.
While that she's celebrating those holidays.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that. That was enjoyable. Have you heard about the 4B movement?
No.
Okay, so it's this movement stemming from Southeast Asia where women are not having children, not dating, not getting married, and no sex, no heterosexual like activities.
So they going around bumping coochies?
That's what it sounded like they're advocating for, because now women across like America and other neighboring countries are for it. They want to get on this situation. I don't know if it's because Trump won and they felt like, oh, men didn't have our backs, or the abortion laws and all these things, right? So obviously it's not something you would consider. Like,
man, I'm man bumping coochies.
No, not that.
No.
I mean, can you bump coochies though and not have everything else? Those are the four things. No sex, no kids, no dating man, no marriage.
I mean, because here's the thing. It's not that it's no sex. They just not having sex with men.
No, would you be open to being a lesbian? Because that's what it would mean.
I got a problem with labels. I have lesbian sex every now and then, like on Sundays. I be lesbian on Sundays sometimes. So I'm not opposed to like doing that temporarily, but I really like penis. So yeah.
Temporarily.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, is it causing them more harm than it is doing them any good?
I mean, I would see the benefit is that they're gonna have a lot of lesbian orgasms. Lesbians have way more orgasms than heterosexual women. So I can see a lot of orgasms happening. They're gonna be happy. They're gonna have some happy endings. But I like penetration. So that's
me too. I've done the lesbian, well, no titles. I bumped coochies before for like 2 years, and it was a lot of orgasms, but a lot of headaches. God, women
Yeah.
are we so stressful.
I was gonna say like that's really the thing. Like I tell people because when like it's funny because I be telling Terry I'm not a bisexual. It's because I don't date women. I have no romantic ties to women in that way. I'm just a freaky ass motherfucker. So if it means that I'm bumping coochies, I'm eating coochie, like whatever I'm doing in the moment, that's just like how I want to sexually express in that moment, but that don't mean that translates into anything outside of my sexual expression.
Got it. I've never eaten coochie.
Oh, it's cool. Like I remember the first time I did it, I was like, oh, this is what it's like. I didn't really think about it before I did. Well, no, I had like a slight thought. I was like, oh my God, I think I'm finna eat coochie. Like that was the thought right before I did it. And then I got down there and I was like, okay, just like.
What was going through your mind?
I know about the anatomy. So for me, I'm like, okay, cool. A lot of women like the suction. So that's what I did. I'm like, okay, what do you think would be pleasurable? Because actually I did an episode on my show with the girl who coochie I ate.
Oh wow.
And I told her, I was like, that was my first time. She was like, no, it wasn't. She was like, wait, really? It was?
That's so good.
I was like, yeah, this mouth is good.
Let's talk about your show, How Not Matters.
Yes.
How often? First of all, tell me the meaning behind the show.
Yes.
Purpose.
So, Her Nut Matters is about looking at sex in a way that decentralizes penetration and more so puts the focus on female pleasure. So more often than not, people are not having enough foreplay. They're not having good sex. Everybody is having sex and everybody is talking about the sex they're having, but it's not quality.
Yeah.
And the main reason for it not being quality is that people aren't taking their time. Women aren't taking their time with themselves necessarily, which is setting the tone for how other people have sex with them as well. So if you're not taking your time with yourself, of course a man is not going to take his time with you because you have not even set that kind of parameter for yourself. People aren't really doing foreplay like that. If, like, for example, if I ask you how long should foreplay last, what would you say?
20 minutes minimum.
Right. 20 minutes is a good amount of time. But if you ask a random man that, he's going to say 5 minutes.
It's crazy.
It's insane because it takes 18 to 40 minutes for the clitoris to be fully engorged, which means that it's not ready to fuck yet.
Exactly.
It's not ready. Like you
I haven't turned on in 5 minutes.
Exactly. Like you're literally fucking pre-cooked pussy. Like why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Like are you going out here eating rare steak?
Some of
like,
them are.
Are you a vampire, sir? Like what is going on here? So Her Nut Matters is really about putting a very specific focus on that. Like what does pleasure look like outside of penetration? Because women can experience multiple types of orgasms. Men can experience multiple types of orgasms, right? So for me, penetrative sex is just basic. It's basic as fuck. So when you take that out of the equation.
What other sex? What other sex do you want to have?
I like sexual experiences that don't necessarily have penetration involved. So what does that mean? It means like I like grazing. So if grazing is, let me see your arm. It's when you like lightly touch somebody.
Oh, I love that.
It feel good, right? Imagine somebody doing this to your whole body for 30 minutes.
Okay, I'm coming.
Exactly. So I actually I went to a play party and I helped a woman achieve orgasm by doing that to her. So I grazed her for about 15 minutes with a wand. People assume with a magic wand, just put it on a pussy, boom, like that's so fucking basic. Yeah. Like when you think outside the box when it comes to sex, it allows you to be more creative with it. And you should put creative energy into sex. Like it should be an art. It should feel like interdisciplinary in the sense that it's philosophical and now you just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just this black and white thing that people are, like more often than not, people view sex as something that men do to women.
Yeah.
And women accept whatever is being done to them. And so with Her Nut Matters, it's about getting away from that very limiting way of viewing sex and redefining it for yourself in a lot of ways.
I love that you say that. Like people view it as what men do to women. I do have the story to share. So I had Sir Marvelous on the show
Mm-hmm.
back a couple months ago, and I was actually on my cycle, but I was so turned on that I actually grazed my man. Like there
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of like teeth play, a lot of like soft touching, and he loved it. And
Mm-hmm.
like I want to do more of these things.
Yeah.
But I didn't know there was an actual term for it. I thought I was just getting creative, as you said, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and finding other ways to still
Yeah, you can be sexually
be intimate.
stimulated and even achieve orgasm without penetration.
Yeah,
So it literally forces you to get in your creative bag. Like,
yeah.
what can you do to my body
Mhm.
that nobody else has done to my body that is going to make me crave you in a different way?
That is so good. How often do you climax when you have sex?
I damn near climax every time.
Mm.
But that's because of me being who I am
Hmm.
and having the education around sex that I have. But also it's about if that's the goal or not. Sometimes it's not the goal.
Yeah.
Like I am a pleaser. So I might be in a situation where I just want to give like, all right, cool, I want to give my partner head. That's it.
And that's fine.
That's
Mm-hmm.
all I wanted to do. I just wanted to focus on you right now.
Because it's pleasurable to you also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
So
get
yeah.
that. Do you feel like more women should masturbate so that they can know what they like and also communicate that to their partners? So it's not just the one-way street of what a man does to you, but also wanting what he does, being able to help you get there.
So I would say yes, but I also want to expand upon why I'm saying yes. So it's not enough for you to grab a toy, put it on your pussy, and
No.
say, "All right, cool, this is what I like."
That's
Because
not
a
what
lot
I
of
think of when I think of masturbation.
yeah. So
Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, let me make sure like you guys understand what it means to actually solo play.
mhm,
Right? Because that's what it is. What does it mean to actually have sex with yourself? Not just masturbate, right?
mhm,
Because masturbation is just stimulate yourself consistently so that you achieve some kind of, e- ejaculation and or orgasm. Because and I say and or very specifically because you can have an ejaculation without an orgasm. You can have an orgasm without an ejaculation.
mhm.
So that's masturbation, right? I fuck myself. I have sex with myself. I'm not just masturbating, right? So that means that I am setting the mood. I am being, like very intentional with where I'm touching myself. Like I slap my own ass. Like I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. Like I will literally smack my own ass. How are you touching yourself? Because now when you know how you like to be touched, like I love ear stimulation. Like your
Mhm.
ears are an erogenous zone. So I love playing with my ears. The little things that you do to yourself, now you can say, okay, cool, touch me here, lick me here,
Mhm.
right? So when you actually have sex with yourself, that's gonna unlock something different. Like, I don't want people to think like, oh, okay, Jody said masturbate. Okay, I'm not telling you to fucking just go up in there and, like play with your pussy. Like, play with your pussy, of course. Like, yes, of course, but it's more than that. It's
Yeah.
more than that because I also wouldn't tell you to, I also don't advocate for people allowing others to masturbate with their bodies. Right?
Mm.
So, like, you could be having sex with someone and they're just using you as a masturbation toy.
Mhm.
That's no different than when you masturbate with yourself. So, have sex with yourself. Set the tone for the type of sexual experiences that you want by exploring that by yourself and then incorporating a partner.
I love the answer. I agree. You did the reality show, The Never Ever Met.
I did.
First of all, tell the people what the premise of the show is, and also what was it like being on reality TV?
Okay, so the point in the show is that you have been dating and or talking, having some sort of romantic connection to someone virtually, and you have not met this person in real life yet. Until they stick you in a house with 6 other fucking couples. And now you meet them for the first time and all these other strangers. And now you have to figure out if your online connection translates into the real world. And reality TV sucks.
Wait, but why you say that? First of all, just being in a house with 6 other couples who have never met, it's fair game. If I don't like my person, like
You did not know that.
What do you mean?
They did not tell us that it was going to be 6 other couples there.
Oh, you lying.
I am not. Like, and you can act, if you pay attention to the first episode, when I walk in the house, the surprise look on my face was very real. Because I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
I wanted to say, who the fuck are you? But I was like, hi.
How did they sell it to you?
They said, oh, like, we're gonna, you guys are gonna have your first date and we're gonna fly you out and you're gonna meet and we're gonna see how things go. I thought I was gonna be in like a apartment by myself and then they was eventually like gonna ease us into some shit. Like, I didn't know they was gonna stick us in the house together and with all these other strangers.
Yeah, that's wild. That would have been like,
they didn't tell us that. I promise you, they didn't tell us that. It was nowhere in the contract.
How much of it is scripted and how much is organic?
None of it is scripted. There's not a script. You don't read from a script. Like, there's
the producer's influence.
The producer's influence is high. So that's what it is. So it's like, again, there's no script.
Mhm.
Like, but there might be a producer that's like, oh, go talk to this person about this or go ask this person about that. Which makes shit messy as fuck.
Yeah,
and
that's what they get paid to do, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also I'm not the type. So I was like the rebel in the house. So I knew I was gonna be painted as the bad guy in the TV show because I didn't listen to nobody. I didn't listen to anybody. Like, it's like, oh, go ask this person about that, and I'm like, why would I ask them about that? I don't care. So unless it was only one time where I actually like did that, but it was like I had genuine concern. So it wasn't nothing for me to be like, oh yeah, you good? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But outside of that, once I saw how that rolled, I said, oh yeah, I'm definitely not listening to y'all no more. Y'all tripping. Y'all up here tweaking.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
Yeah. You just haven't stopped.
But here's the thing. It's conditions under which I would do it again, right? Okay. So I wouldn't do a show that it was the new show. Like, it's the first time being a show, right? I would never do the first season because I need to, now that I know how things happen behind the scenes, if I see the first season, I can kind of like piece it together based on my experience, how things kind of like unfolded with the show. And so I would never do the first season of any reality TV show ever again because you're like the test dummies. You're like, and so also that you don't really get any type of visibility from it. So all I kind of got from being on TV was a bunch of random people hating me across the world for no fucking reason.
I definitely want to ask you, what was it like reading those comments?
It was weird because people went out their way to find my social media to tell me that they hate me and I'm a hoe. I'm like, okay. Like, who are you?
Like, you're just an asshole because guess what? This is your opinion. And you don't have one.
Yeah, and so it's just social media is a weird place. Like, it's a very weird place where people just think that they know what the fuck is going on when you genuinely don't. Like, the way they slice and dice certain episodes, like,
they took that one clip with Homeboy and the wine and you just being like, let me do it. Let me open the wine because why would you bring a bottle of wine that you can't open?
But that whole thing, and it's like, here's the like, I had so many people telling me like, you should have been grateful. Grateful for what? I don't like, I hate this narrative that Black women in particular should just accept whatever people give to them. I don't like that shit at all. You, like, anybody that knows me knows that I like to eat. Why did you bring me on a date with a fucking charcuterie board? And it's outside with exposed food. And I was sitting in a car for like 30 minutes. So I know y'all didn't put no saran wrap over this food or anything. I walk up to the table, it's flies on the food. I literally, like, when I was watching the episode, I screenshotted when they showed the charcuterie board. I zoomed in and I saw the fly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, like, social media is like, oh my gosh, she's so ungrateful. It's like, so y'all gonna eat this fly-infested ass charcuterie board?
Because I'm not.
And then they was like, oh, well, like, Aaron tried. He knows you love salsa dancing. I'm like, I very specifically, when he told me that we was finna salsa dance, his exact words were, I've been working on a routine for you. Okay, show me what you got. I'm excited. We began to dance, and then I asked him, when was the last time you danced? He says, when I was 8. Don't tell me that you were working on something.
Girl, he playing.
That's what I'm saying. You playing in my face. And y'all want me to just like, oh my God, he's so romantic. Like, no, bro. Like, I'm very much a person where it's like, do some shit. If you're going to do some shit with me and mine, make sure it's with me and mine.
Yeah, and be intentional. Like,
yeah, like don't give me some shit that feel like it was thrown together and expect me to just be grateful for it. Cause I'm quite irritated. Like, we actually could have just went like, bowling or paintballing, and I would have been way happier.
Yeah.
Like, don't overdo it. Like, it's okay. Like, if you know that, like, my thing is, I love salsa dancing, and I take that shit serious. Why is there not an instructor here or something like that? Like, yo, you don't, it just wasn't.
He half-assed it. Like, he didn't even try. Did you like him at all?
Yeah, like, to this, like, bro, I could FaceTime him right now. That's my dog. Like, we have a really good relationship. So that's why I was like, when we got out there, I was like, what the fuck is this? That's really what it was, because I'm like, we've been cool. Then we get around all these people we don't know, and now it's weird, and I'm not understanding this, especially because they didn't like me in that house. Why is you talking to people that don't like me? I don't like that.
Oh yeah, where's the loyalty?
I don't like that. So it's like, I come down there to make me some cereal, and the older Aaron is telling you about how he don't like me, and woo, you just sitting there listening to that shit, bro. All right, I'm finna go eat my cereal upstairs then. Like, so if I'm closed off, it's not because like I'm okay, let me not say that. I was gonna say, if I'm closed off, it's not just because I'm a dickhead. I am a dickhead. I don't want y'all to think that I'm not a dickhead. I am a dickhead. But also, they only showing me being a dickhead, but not showing the reason behind me being a dickhead. So, context, like, but like I said, I knew I was going to be the bad guy because I wasn't listening to shit. I wasn't listening to them. If I had played nice, they probably would have, like, eased up on me a little bit. Yeah. But they made me the villain for majority of the episode.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. I'm like, damn. Not Jody the bad guy. You gotta
and that's what it is, right? And it's like, but it's like anybody that really know me, they like, nah, like she's not really nice, but she not mean.
Yeah.
Like, she not as mean as y'all making it seem. Like, and that's why I be telling people, like, I don't want y'all to think that like, oh, that shit was fake. It wasn't. I was really out there irritated. But ask yourself, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, they got me in the middle of the fucking mountains, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fucking with this, and y'all want me to just be happy. Yeah, y'all want me to be happy, and I'm not. I'm actually quite upset.
Y'all gonna feel it.
That's what it was.
If you were to make a movie about yourself, have you thought about this before? What would the title be? Who would play you? What would be the genre? Because you have a lot of you have a lot of experiences. Like, Jody just does what Jody wants.
I feel like the name of the movie would be called Jody Logic.
Ooh, why? Why that?
Because I be rationalizing shit to make sense in my own brain, and I don't care if don't nobody else understand it. So I would call it Jody Logic, and it would be like it would be kind of like I would call it a mockumentary. Like, it would be like funny, but it would be like documentary style. And then I would like walk, kind of like that movie that came out about Kanye.
Yes.
But about me. Like, it'll be like that. And then you would just like get a journey of like how like my brain works and shit like that. So like you'll see like behind the scenes shit of like me podcasting and being a sex coach and me just being me in my everyday life. My everyday life really do be funny. Like, the shit that just be happening around me, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Who would play you?
Who would play me? Quinta Brunson.
I could so see it. Yeah, I could see it.
Quinta Brunson. I love Quinta Brunson. And we the same height.
Yeah, y'all are.
Yeah, I met her when she came to Chicago, and we the same height. She funny as shit, very talented woman, and I feel like it would be her, cause I feel like people view me as sexy now. I'm actually awkward as shit. I just embraced it. So now other people just think it's sexy.
How you do that?
What? Embrace who I am? I can't be nobody else.
What choice do I have?
I ain't got no choice. It's like, bro, this is it. And I feel like because also it's like I just kind of like, I'm comfortable with who I am. And so it just be cool. Like,
No, but that's what it is though. When you are comfortable with yourself, like other people have no choice but to be comfortable with you, or it can make other people uncomfortable because
yeah.
they don't have like that
I was gonna say, but that's just
freedom to be
projection,
themselves.
right? And that's really what it was. Once I actually said this earlier on a different podcast, but other people's opinion of me have nothing to do with my reality of me. And once I was able to like kind of, I don't internalize other people's views of me necessarily, right? Because I'm like, yo, that's not my reality. That's your reality, and
Yeah.
that has no place over here. So it's easy for me to just live in my truth, because if I wasn't to live in my truth, I would not be happy. There's no way for you to be happy and not living your truth at the same. Like, happiness and living in your truth kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So I want to be a happy ass person. I want to say that when I leave this motherfucker, I did this shit my way. Like, I did everything I wanted to do. I did everything on my terms. Life didn't happen to me. I happened to life. So that's how, like, that's really how I approach everything. Like, I've lived a lot of different lives. Like, legit. Like, if I would have if I tell you who I was 5 years ago, tell you who I was 10 years ago, you be like, yo, you just keep turning into different people.
What era are you in now?
Calm and patient. I just decided, like, my birthday just yeah, calm and patient, very much calm and patient. I feel like I did so much work on myself in the last like 4 years, to where it's like everything is kind of just coming full circle, and shit is coming to me. Like, I don't have to go out and get it necessarily no more, because I did all that already. So now I'm just sitting back like, all right, cool. I'm cool. Like, however shit gonna move, I'm so calm with it. And so I'm just accepting the things that's coming my way.
That's a nice feeling to like just be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to work on patience. Like,
yeah,
I ain't got none. I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah, and I'm not even. And here's the thing: like, I don't think I have to be all the way patient. I think I just need to be patient enough with the things that I need to be patient with, type shit, right? So everything does not require patience.
No.
So I need to be able to move on whatever does not require patience. Like, if it has a sense of urgency, move on that shit. But in the grand scheme of things, the big shit that's coming to me,
it's for me. It's for me. It's that
for
mentality.
For sure.
Like, you don't gotta do too much. Okay.
Girl, what you finna ask me? You over there giggling and shit.
Yeah. I want to ask you, do you ever feel like you have like that one fuck that got away? Like that one person you always wanted and maybe had an opportunity but didn't take it. And they're still... I'm laughing because after hearing you speak and you're like, I'm not the same person I was a year ago. You know, I'm like, she ain't got no one fuck that got away.
Yeah, like, I swear to God, I don't be tripping on shit. Like, I would say, like, like 3 years ago, I was dating this guy and I thought we was gonna get married. And even still, I don't think he got away. I don't think I got away either. Like, I think shit just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just wasn't what the fuck was gonna happen type shit. So I don't believe in motherfuckers getting away. I don't believe in it. Like, and here's the thing. That very person, if I called him right now, he's gonna answer the phone. If it's ever going to happen, it just wasn't supposed to happen when it was supposed to happen. And if it never happens, it just was never supposed to happen either. So it's like, why the fuck would I fucking lose sleep at night trying to think, oh my God, did this person get away? No, I ain't get away. You know where he lives still. Like, it's cool.
I am weak.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we I don't know, like, we be too attached to people. We be too attached to people, and then we like get all in our heads about what could have been and all that extra shit. And it was like, it don't matter. It was what it was. Be grateful for what it was. Like, you experienced what you did. Yeah. You learned whatever it was you was supposed to learn from it. Let that shit go. If it come back, cool. If it don't, great.
I be feeling the same exact way. Like, you were here for this moment, this time. I got what I needed from you and vice versa. And
I don't really believe in spinning the block anyway. So I don't like people like, oh, do you be going? No, when I'm done, I'm kind of done. So
I
Ain't no
trust a
bad
lot.
blood though. Like you cool. Like we could, like you could pull up to a party or something. Like
You can support. You can support.
friends.
What are you texting me? My producer's texting me something. I'm like, sir. Okay, I'll close on this. This is a good way to close. Okay, thank you, producer. Okay, have you had a relationship that changed how you date moving forward? Like something happens in this relationship and it was a catalyst for you doing things differently.
Every single relationship, every single dating experience that I've ever had has changed how I moved
Mm.
right after immediately. For example, I was in a long-term relationship with someone that at the time I didn't realize this,
Mhm.
but he made everything about him.
Mhm.
Like every single moment that I had where people were supposed to help me celebrate and bask in my success, he found a way to ruin it
Mhm.
and or make it about him.
That is
And
terrible.
so that was the first time I dated someone that was jealous of me, because that's what that is. That's
Yeah.
jealousy, right? And I was not able to identify that until I identified it, and I said, "Oh, now I see the signs."
Mhm.
But here's the thing: I don't hate this person. I am so grateful I'm grateful for the lesson that they taught me, right?
Which is what?
So, never date a nigga that's jealous of you. Like, be able to identify the signs as quickly as possible, right? Anybody where there's a time to celebrate you and they do things to ruin your day intentionally, that is not someone that you need. People that celebrate you loudly, right? Not people that want to dim your light. This person dead ass told my friends that he was trying to break me down to build me up.
Wow. That is
What type of person do you have to be to feel like I have to
a
bring this
narcissist.
I have to bring this person? And it's like I don't even really, I don't like using that word, right? I don't like using that word because I'm not a doctor and I don't like to diagnose people. But I'm not saying you wrong for that assessment. What I am saying is that he said, "You're here. I need to bring you here so that I can bring you." No.
Yeah.
No, right?
Yeah.
So you can't just accept the fact that I'm this strong force to be reckoned with and appreciate me for that. You
Mhm.
want to make me insecure so that you could build my self-confidence. Is you fucking
To say
crazy?
you're responsible
And
for
that's
who
what
I
it
am
because
today.
everything has to be about him.
Yeah.
So learn that from him, right? Had another dating situation where I am someone that typically removes my emotions from a lot of situations. So guys typically think I don't like them.
Mhm.
It don't matter how much I actually fucking like them. They all think I don't like them. So that's like, all right, what does that say about me and how I mean, because it's not like we not having sex and it's not like I'm not doing anything, but it's like deep down you feel like, damn, does she really fuck with me? Like, how did like, so that's more of a that was my trauma response of me not feeling comfortable and safe emotionally in certain spaces. So I had to take a look at myself and say, okay, what do I need to be able to fully express myself? So I've even taken that like, into different situations. And I think that now more than ever, I'm actually more aware of things. That's not saying that I immediately express emotions in the best way. I'm not saying that because I I can be a very emotionally immature person in the sense that I'm not gonna like throw a tantrum or anything like that, but I will put up a cold shoulder. I will get very distant. That's not a healthy way to go about processing your emotions. I'm aware of that now. I have not always been aware of that, right? But I am someone that is doing that work on myself to where it's like, okay, cool. Even if I don't have the exact words, I need to find a space to communicate that. And it doesn't mean I have to do it immediately, but I can't take too long either. And so actually someone that I've been seeing recently has actually helped me come to that conclusion. So yeah.
I was saying that gave me chills because that's something I'm learning currently, is to learn to communicate even when I don't want to communicate instead of being nonchalant and
Yeah.
so forth.
Because at the end of the day, when, like, regardless of how serious the relationship is, right? Like, you have relationships with people, connections with people, platonic, romantic, otherwise. You have that connection because these people care about you. And you should not apologize for feeling any type of way. But it's like when you don't express that, then you don't even give them an opportunity to share in whatever it is that you have. So it's like, what I've realized is that I've never truly shared who I am as a person with most men that I've been with. So it's like, how can you love me if you don't really know me? You know whatever version that I gave you because I didn't give you all of me. And I'm aware of that now. So now it's like, all right, cool. When I actually do show my whole self and somebody loves me, I can honestly say with confidence, like, no, this person actually do love me because I know that I actually gave who I am to that person. And even if they don't love me, that's cool too. Because now I have to get that practice of being my full, authentic, true self. Not just in the bedroom, not just when it comes to talking my shit, like when I'm being vulnerable.
Okay. I did say we're gonna close on that one, but just one more. It actually like just popped into my head as you were speaking, because I remember on my episode with this dominancer Lisa's, I asked him, as a man, can he be in love with two women at the same time? I want to ask you, as a woman, do you think you can be in love with two men at the same time?
I think you could be in love with more than two. You can be in love with a lot of different people for different reasons. Right? And I think we view love as something that's finite, right? Like, I have this bottle of love and I'm going to give you a cup and I'm going to give you 2 cups and I'm going to give you a teaspoon, right? That's not how love works. Love is like oxygen. Like, it's just there, right? And you should be able to give it freely and receive it freely. And so when you know, like, I don't believe in saying like, oh, well, I'm in love with you, so I can't be in love with this other person. Like, I don't think that's how love works. So yeah, I think you can love more than one person. I think it's okay to also love people differently. I think it's perfectly okay to love people totally differently. The way I connect with you has nothing to do with how I connect with this other person. I I think you should be in multiple relationships or express love and whatever you can handle. Do what the fuck you can handle. If you know you can only do one thing at a time, you one track minded, please don't try the juggling act with multiple people. Like, it just won't work because that's not who you are as a person. But if you are someone where it's like, no, I believe in this overflow of love and I can express my love with you or share this love with you, and this is the frequency at which we share love, like, you know, like when you get into like, you know, loving more than one person, right? It don't mean that you see this person every day or that you share, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, different relationships require different things. Like, my relationship with you, there's a lot of love there and I'm in love with you or I care about you, whatever the fuck you want to say about it. But I probably only need to see you once a month. And that's the only thing that's required for this relationship versus this other person was like, I only need to see you once every 6 months. That's all I need from this relationship. And so I think when you look at it from that perspective, it's easy to say like, no, I actually love like 17 people and that's fine. I don't love 17 people. I don't even like 17 people, but I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility.
I got it. Oh, thank you for that. Jody, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Let the people know where they can find you, your show.
Yes, of course. So, Her Nut Matters is out on all platforms. If you are someone that is sexually curious about anything sex, whether it be the history, social constructs, kinks, sex education, sex health, all of those things, I talk about it all. Her Nut Matters is on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you can find a podcast. On Apple, Spotify, and YouTube is where my video is. So I do have a video on Apple and Spotify, so you can tune in there. If you want to connect with me on Instagram, you can go to the Her Nut Matters page at Her Nut Matters, or you can go to my personal page at JodyPhro, JodyPhro.
Thank you. Follow, tune in, subscribe, y'all, and get some knowledge on the female nut.
Oh man, yeah. Hit me up. Also, I'm a certified sex coach, so I do take sex coaching clients if that is something that you're curious about. Of course, the podcast is where all the free sex education is, but if you have like a specific thing that you want to work on, I do accept clients. So.
Nice. I like that. Well, honesties, I shall see you all next week. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow Jody in her show. All right? Bye.
Bye.
I just throw that shot away.